Hey guys, it's Riley Swords here, and today is quite a special top 10, I think. It's my top 10 Crash Bandicoot games. Now, the reason they're so special to me is because I was raised on all the Crash Bandicoot games, and I love them all to bits. So, I compiled my top 10. But before I start the list, just want to say, there have been 15 Crash Bandicoot games so far. The latest one is Mind Over Mutant, and I only have 13. And the two that I don't have is CTR, that's short for Crash Team Racing, and Mind Over Mutant. But now, don't hate me for this, but I saw some bits of Crash Team Racing. It does look like a crappier version of Nitro Car, really. Don't hate me for that. That's just my opinion on what I've seen. And I've heard that Mind Over Mutant is a crap game anyway. But also, since I do love all the Crash Bandicoot games, I just want to give two honourable mentions, because he's on the list. It is Crash Boom Bang and Crash Bandicoot Fusion. Now, these two didn't make the list as honourable mentions, and I do like these games. I like Crash Fusion because I like that it's a crossover between Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and I do like the mini games. But that's really all I like about Fusion. I mean, it's also known as Ripto's Revenge, but on here it says Fusion right there. So yeah. And I can play this game for like 10 minutes tops, and I just get bored and like put something else in. But like I said, the crossover things and the mini games are all fun. But that's pretty much it. Crash Boom Bang, I guess it's alright. It's nowhere near as good as I remember it, because last time I played this I was like, I don't know, 9. The mini games are frustrating and crap. They're like different islands, I guess you could call them, but they're so repetitive. It's like spend like 10 minutes doing the same thing just to get onto another shitty island. And I do like the fact that you can like play as all different characters from the Crash universe, but besides that, not much going for Crash Boom Bang. So yeah, two honourable mentions, didn't make the list, but I saw them. Right, let's go on with the list. Number 10 is Crash of the Titans. I have Crash of the Titans for the PlayStation 2 and the DS, and they're very pretty good. For the DS, I like, it's pretty much the same as PS2, I like the fact that you can, like, when you're on a boat, go into different islands, you, like, draw your destination and stuff, and then let go, and then Crash Bandicoot goes on a boat and he follows the theme of. So that's always really fun to do. On the actual game of the PS2, I think it's awesome that you can hijack animals, that you just couldn't do that before. I think the multiplayer version is awesome. I've done that before, like the White Bandicoot. I don't know what his name is, so I just call him Eddie. I don't know why. Just call him Eddie. And I like the fact that when you are in two-player mode, you can jump into each other's backpacks when you're feeling bored or something. That's something that hasn't been done before. But one of the things that, I also like that you can do different costumes and stuff, loads of different costumes in this game, that's fun. But one of the things that really brings this game down is the animations for the characters. They are absolute, excuse my swear after this, dog shit. Like Crash Bandicoot in this game, he looks awful. He's got a weird shaped head. They've replaced his gloves with tattoos. They've given some like trendy trainers and jeans and all that crap. And it just looks too modern and it's horrible. Aku Aku in this, he looks terrible. I don't know if he was on the front cover. No, it's not, but Aku Aku, it's just so bad. And the Uka Uka, that's even worse. Neo Cortex don't look terrible, but he still don't look very good at all. Nina Cortex looks stupid. Crunch looks stupid. Coco looks stupid. They've just made all the characters. Oh wait, you can see the co-op thing there, so that's good. I was like, oh yeah, all the character animations are so horrible, and that's one thing. That's one of the main things that really lets this game down. So yeah, still enjoy it though. Number 10 on the list. Number 9 is Crash Nitro Car. Now, this is actually the latest Crash Bandicoot game that I bought. It's not like the latest in the franchise that I bought, but this is like the last one that I bought. And I've just completed it recently. And this is a really good racing game. I know Crash Bandicoot fans say that Crash Team Racing is one of the best racing games, but I haven't played it. But what I have seen of it is very similar to this. And this has just got some awesome tracks, and the boss levels are cool. And you can like go up walls on this, you can get different boxes and stuff to use weapons against your enemies and stuff. And you can play with a bunch of different people from the Crash universe here. And story mode you can either play with Team Crash, which is Crash, Coco and Crunch, or Team Cortex, which is Cortex, engine, and Tiny. I haven't actually played the Cortex version. I played the Crash Bandicoot version, but I bet it's pretty much just the same, but you're just using different drivers. And overall, I do really like this game. All the different modes are pretty good. I love the soundtrack in this. It's pretty good. Not the best, but it's still a pretty good soundtrack. So yeah, number 9 on the list. So yeah. Number 8. Number 8 is actually a tie, and it is Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced and Crash Bandicoot XS. Now I used to get confused about Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced because I thought Crash Bandicoot 2 was like Cortex Strikes Back, but it's called Crash Bandicoot 2 because it's a sequel to XS. And these games are probably 2 of the greatest GBA games, short for Game Boy Advance, for you not in the know. 2 greatest GBA games I've ever played. They are just like average Crash Bandicoot games for like the PS3. I mean, not PS3, PS for the PlayStation. But it's on the GBA and it's so great. Everything about it is just like Crash Bandicoot. The animations on the characters look the same. The backgrounds are awesome. The boss levels are really fun. And yeah, it just feels like a really good Crash Bandicoot game on the GBA, and they're very similar, and they're both like have their like own amount of awesomeness. So yeah, number 8 on the list, Crash Bandicoot XS. Oh, by the way, XS is also known as the Huge Adventure. So if you didn't know what I was talking about, then yeah, the Huge Adventure or XS, and Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced. Number 7, I think it is. Yeah, number 7. It's Crash to Insanity. Now, yeah, I know loads of people think this is like one of the best Crash Bandicoot games, if not the best. I think it is severely overrated. I mean, I do love like the first few things with the game. I love the Insanity Beach. Insanity Beach is so awesome. Just better than the actually original, like in the first Crash Bandicoot game. The first level is Insanity Beach, and the same with this. This is better than Insanity Beach. By far, it's so much fun. The soundtrack on this game is definitely one of the best in the franchises. The music actually is one of the main reasons why I love this game. So yeah, the soundtrack is great, and it's the first game where you can play as Crash, Cortex, and Nina. Playing as Nina was one of the best things in this game. Playing as Nina was so much fun. There's one called like the Rooftop Rumble, I think it was, and you're playing as Nina in our school, and you're jumping on rooftops and everything, and it is so much fun. So that was great. I think the final boss though, that was I didn't like that at all. I mean, no, I just didn't like it. But yeah, Insanity Beach and like the Ice Island, they were really fun to play. As I love playing those Crash Bandicoot and Cortex, and like when they were like fighting in a ball and you like rolling around and stuff. That was really fun. Actually shows you some of the moves they do together there. You got the Twin Slam, the Humili Skate, where Humili Skate is like Crash Bandicoot's like using Cortex as like a skateboard or whatever, and it's like pretty much humiliating him. The Spank, which I think is a bit weird, but it's just when they're fighting, sometimes Cortex will spank Crash. I don't know. The Twin Throw, which is where Crash holds Cortex and like lofts him somewhere. Then the Roller Brawl, like rollerball and like the brawling. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, overall, it is a really good game. Great soundtrack, great animations, and it's really funny, but it's a bit overrated. So yeah, number 7 on the list. Number 6 is Crash Bash. Now, if you saw my top 10 PS1 games, I only had 2 Crash Bandicoot games on there, and this in Crash Bandicoot. Oh, I'm not going to say which one because I can't spell it. This one and another one was on there. But I played some of the other Crash Bandicoot games kind of recently, and yeah, some of the other ones are a lot better than this. But I still enjoy this game a lot. It's a great party game, one of the best party games I've ever played. I like the premise. The premise is like Aku Aku and Cortex, not Aku Aku, Aku Aku and Uka Uka, who are twin brothers. They're fighting. They decide like to let like the fate of like the whole world hang on the balance of like different mini games, and then they choose their teams. Aku Aku had only had Crash and Coco because Crunch weren't introduced at the time, and then like Uka Uka, I keep getting mixed up. Uka Uka had like a bunch of different villains and stuff. So because it wasn't fair, Uka Uka gave I think it was Tiny and Dingo Dar they gave to Crash's team. Tiny and Dingo Dar, yeah, I got it. So about that, yeah. Tiny and Dingo Dar were on Crash's team as well, so that was fun, like teaming up and all that stuff. Mini games are really fun, all of them, like I said, they was really fun. So yeah, number 6 on the list, really good game. Number 5, now don't hate me for this, it's just my opinion, but number 5 is Crash Bandicoot Warped. Now, a lot of people, I mean a lot of people, consider this to be the best Crash Bandicoot game, and I can definitely see why. I mean, it was a great game, there's a lot of different moves on there, all the levels are really fun, the music is great, you can play as Coco for the first time, and the boss levels are really good, some boss levels are probably the best in the franchise, but I don't know, I mean, I can't really see anything that's wrong with this game, I just think these next 4 are better. But yeah, overall, it's a great game. I love playing as Crash on the motorbike and stuff. Really fun getting all the relics and the gems and all that stuff. The boss battles are some of the best in the franchise. But I just don't think this game's the best. So yeah, sorry guys, number 5 on the list. Number 4, now you're probably really going to hate me for this, over putting this over Crash Bandicoot Warped. But number 4 is Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex. For the PS2, it's platinum, but I'll get the leaflet out because you get like a better picture of the cover. Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex. Now, this is like the 4th of the franchise, like in the story mode. Between like Crash Bandicoot 3 and this, there've been like a lot of different party games. So this is like the first like canon Crash Bandicoot game. So this is actually the first Crash Bandicoot game for the PS2, and it made a really good impression. I think they sold Crash Bandicoot, like Naughty Dog sold Crash Bandicoot to a different company, and they actually did a really good impression for the PS2. Like they changed the animation on Crash like quite a bit, but I still love it. Now I think one thing I don't like about this game though is that it was too similar to Crash Bandicoot Warped, but an improved version I think. I mean the graphics are better. So I think the levels, well, some of the levels are better in my opinion. And in the Crash Bandicoot 3, you can play as Coco, but only on like a tiger. I forgot to mention that was awesome in Warped, playing on like the Great Wall of China. That was really fun. This one you can play as Coco in China, but actually as Coco, just Coco. So that was really awesome. That's one of my favourite levels in the game. I love the introduction of Crunch, how he was a bad guy, but at the end of the game he realises what he's doing was wrong. Wait, no, he was brainwashed at the beginning, and then Crash Bandicoot frees him. So I like seeing Crunch like punch Cortex at the last fight. All the boss battles were really fun. It's kind of different because all the boss battles in this game are Crunch, but he had different powers because he was fueled by like the elementals, which are like other evil masks like Uka Uka. So yeah, I think the premise is really good. Too similar to Warped because when this game isn't similar to Warped, it has got some really good levels that are of its own, like the one where he's on like a rail thing and like a gold mine, you have to go left and right. That was really fun. We've never seen that in a Crash Bandicoot game before. And overall, it's a really, really good game. But you can see Coco there. That's like from one of the levels. It's a really good game. If it wasn't so similar to Warped, it would possibly be number 2 on the list at least. So yeah, number 4. Number 3. Now I've had like a lot of discussion about this top 5 with myself. I had a lot of like conflicting feelings about the top 5 because top 5 are like all good games. But number 3 is Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Now originally this weren't even in my top 5, and then it made 5, then it made 4, then it made 2. Then I thought, no, I'll just keep it in the middle, number 3 on the list, because I do really like this game. Like, one time, I was playing this game, and I was playing it for like 3 months solid. Well, obviously not solid, I had to sleep and all that stuff. But trying to get all the gems and relics and all that stuff. And eventually I did get 100%, but somehow it got deleted, and I lost the plot. And I have not played this game since because I cannot go through all that again. But from what I do remember of this game is really good. They improved the saving feature from the first game. They got some new moves in. I like the premise, how he's working with Cortex this time, and at the end is real like Cortex was like tricking him and stuff. It introduced the warp rooms. The boss levels in this are awesome. I like the levels where Crash Bandicoot goes underground and all that stuff. You have to like twizzle, and there's like the bees and there. I love those levels. And overall, it is a really, really good game. Number 3 on the list. This next two though are my personal favourites. The next two are probably just because of nostalgia, but still, this is a really good game. Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, number 3 on the list. Number 2. Now, you're probably all going to be really surprised at this, but I love this game, and it's so underrated. Number 2 is Crash Tag Team Racing. Now, I saw some other top 10 Crash Bandicoot games, and this was like at 8 at the highest. And I don't know why, this is a fantastic Crash Bandicoot game. It really shows like what a silly guy Crash Bandicoot is. The one thing I didn't like about it though is that it made him seem like kind of like a jerk in this. Like it's one where like he gave a guy like a poison apple, and you saw his face as he saw his reaction. He just looked evil. They just almost became an unlikable character. But I love seeing Crash Bandicoot walk around the like theme park, whatever it was. That was really fun, interacting with people, and like you press like triangle when you're near someone, you'll talk to them. Well, he would talk to them in their own gibberish language, and then they'll talk back and stuff, which is really fun. The racing is really good. The racing's better on Nitro Car, I think, but the racing's still a really good like part of this game. The mini games on this are also great. There's like the bowling, which is really awesome. You like bowl up ramps and go through curves and all that stuff. So that is really fun. In the racing, you can actually combine your vehicles with someone else. And I thought that was a great part of this game. All the gags and dioramas are hilarious. That's a great part of this game. The action in it is great. I love going and like the different like things like the dinosaur thingy. I didn't like that one so much. But one of my favourite levels in this game is like happily ever. Well, it's supposed to be happily ever after, but they put like a different twist on it, make it sound like something to do with a car, but I completely forgot what it was. And that's all like fairy tale stuff, and that was really fun to see Crash in there. And overall, this is a really, really good game. Almost number 1, but I do love number 1 on this list. So yeah, Crash Team Racing, number 2. Awesome video game. Number 1 is Crash Bandicoot. Yep, the original Crash Bandicoot game. Now, when I saw some other top 10 Crash Bandicoot games, sometimes this won't even be in there. And I was so shocked. So I saw some reviews on this, and yeah, I can see why people don't like it. The controlling Crash is a bit, I don't know, is a bit stiff. Like the controls. The save feature, everyone complains about the save feature because you can only save on this if you get all the boxes or you complete a bonus level. That doesn't really bother me because it's like piss easy to get all the boxes, and there's a bonus level like everywhere you turn. And the bonus levels, some of them are pretty hard, but some of them are really easy as well, so that didn't really bother me. Plus, if you put the super password in there, it unlocks like everything. So if you just want to like play some of the levels, then yeah, you can just do that. Another thing that I really didn't like about this game was that he didn't have a lot of moves. Like, he literally only jump and twizzle. On the other games, he could like shoot bazookas and you could run really fast and all that stuff. But one thing that really makes this game great is the actual levels themselves. They are also awesome. I love the hog ones. I love Insanity Beach, even though Crash Insanity Beach is better. Slippery Climb, did I say that one? Slippery Climb, the hog ones. All the bosses are great. I like running around the islands and stuff. There are 3 different islands, and they're all so much fun. Boss levels are great. There's lots of like Easter eggs in this game, like hidden stuff. So that was really fun. And I don't know, I think it's maybe because this is like one of the first video games I've ever played. That could be the reason why it's number 1. But I don't know, I just love this game so much. I have such a blast every time I play it, and it is my favourite Crash Bandicoot game. So yeah, number 1 on the list. So yeah, thanks for watching my top 10 Crash Bandicoot games. Make sure you look at my other top 10s and worst to best, and my versus episodes, and my reviews. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. And make sure you watch the next video. So yeah, see ya.